Lesson 3.2, Video 3. Now let's evaluate. Now the word evaluate means calculate. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, we have functional notation where f of x is a label, not a part of the calculation, and f of 2 says we are going to plug in or substitute in 2 into the function. So again, this is asking us to plug 2 into our function. So that would equal 3, and we do what they ask, plug a 2 in where the x is, and it replaces the x, it's substitution. And from that point on, we would calculate. Notice that the left side is ignored. So this would give us 3 times 2 is 6, minus 4. So f of 2, plugging 2 into the f function, gives us 2. And that is our solution. Our next one, notice again we have a different label. And that's okay, because functional notation is meant to label. And it is asking us to do this. Well, that tells us, again, very simply, that they want us to plug a 5 into the function. Now that means wherever an x is, it gets substituted as a 5. So g of 5 means, instead of x squared, it's 5 squared, and 2 times x means 2 times 5. Now again, notice, left side is ignored. They only want us to work with the right side. So 5 squared is 25. 2 times 5 is 10. We get 35. So g of 5 equals 35. Now we can do this with decimals too, not a big deal. But again, notice that we're talking about h of t. You can use any letters. That's okay. And notice both of these are different this time. And they're asking us to do this, which is to plug 8.9 into the t position. So that would be negative 8.9, 0.9, negative 8.9. Then it says plus 2.1. Now keep those lines there. That means absolute value, so we'll get to that in a minute. So negative 8.9 plus 2.1 is a negative 6.8. Now these lines again mean absolute value, which means it's going to take whatever's in there and guarantee it's positive. So if it's positive, it stays positive. If it's negative, it becomes positive. And the answer is written in a positive form without the absolute values. So therefore, h of negative 8.9, meaning if you plugged negative 8.9 into this function, you get 6.8. This ends Lesson 3.2, Video 3.